Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Emma and this here is my little crafts corner, and today I'm sharing with you 11 free sock patterns. I'm currently working on my 5th pair of socks, I think, and these are the Sunday socks by Petite Knit, which is a paid pattern, but I just thought I'd share with you what I'm knitting currently. But today I'm sharing with you 11 free patterns. I have divided this video up into 3 parts. You first get some basic sock patterns, then some colorwork patterns, and then some more lacy or more detailed socks. And together they are 11 great free sock patterns. So let's get into it. First of all, I have the basic bed socks by Emily Baldwin. This is a DK weight sock that's knit toe up. I have inserted a picture of it here, and this picture shows it in quite a few colors, but I think you can really make this pattern your own by either doing just 1 color, 2 colors maybe, or go even more crazy. I think you can really just make this pattern your own and use this as a guide to knit your perfect socks. Then I have a basic sock that's fingering weight, which is the Weekend Shorty sock by Summer Lee. These are shorter socks, obviously. They are fingering weight and knit top down. So you start at the cuff and you work to the toe. And again, these are also shown in a bit more colors than a basic sock would have. But I think, again, this is a very basic sock pattern that you can really make your own and really do some fun stuff with. And then lastly, in this category, I have the I'm So Basic sock by Summer Lee again. This picture shows it in 2 colors, and yeah, it's just a fingering weight version of the first sock I showed you, the basic bed sock. And I think if you want to knit the basic bed sock but you want to do it in a fingering weight, you can just use Summer Lee's pattern. And again, you can really make this pattern your own. It functions as a great base, I think, for building your own idea of what you want your sock to look like. So those are the basic socks that I have. And then I have some color work socks as well. First of all, I have the Kitty Ankle Socks by Inorga Knit. This is a fingering weight sock and it's knit toe up. And it has super cute cats on it. I really like the simplicity of this color work. It's not too much, it's just a couple colors. I really like the idea of having them flipped, so it's not 2 socks that are identical to each other, but the colors are flipped. I just really liked how simple this color work is, so this would be great for beginners also. Yeah, this is just really cute socks, I think. Again, it's fingering weight, toe up, and usually toe up is seen as a bit more difficult than cuff down, but I think for a beginner who wants to learn to knit toe up socks but does not want to do a basic sock, this is a great beginning point. Then I have the Promises to Keep socks by Knitting Melissa, and this does have all over color work. I really love it. It's a fingering weight pattern and it's knit top down, so you start at the cuff again, and it's just a great bit of a mosaic vibe to it. And I'm really impressed by the design of these socks. And I was really surprised to see that it was actually free. So these are amazing, and if I was very good at knitting colorwork socks, I would cast these on straight away. But I'm learning to do colorwork socks currently, so this is maybe a step too far for me, but in the future I would love to knit these. Then I have some more of a simple color work again, which is the Michigan Socks by Melissa Metzboer. And this is a fingering weight pattern and it's knit top down. It's just a bit stripy with pop of color for the cuff, heels and toes, and then just blue and white stripes. I saw in the pattern description that this was supposed to be a bit of a nautical vibe to it, because Michigan is also a bit of a nautical state, I guess. At least that's what was said in the pattern. And I really like that idea to have it named after a state and have some connection to it by the nautical idea to it. I really like the simplicity of the color work again. I really like the short sock vibe. I really want to get into knitting short socks because these are quite long and I really like that as well. But shorter socks, great. I really want to knit shorty socks. So these might be knit up by me very soon. Because I think the stripes, it's not a basic sock, but it still passes as quite a neutral sock. You can just kind of dress up with anything you're wearing. Yeah, I just think these are lovely. And then lastly, in the colorwork socks section, I have the Color Palette Socks by Laura Moritz. I've already talked about these socks in a previous video I did with 15 patterns that I would love to add to my wardrobe. So people who've seen that video already know my stance on these socks. I really like them. I think this is great for if you're looking to stash bust maybe a bit, if you have a lot of colors laying around. And I like the simplicity of the color work, and it's maybe a bit more interesting than a basic sock to look at and maybe to knit also, because the white parts, the white stripes actually have some texture on them. So I think these socks would be great if you were kind of wanting to stay motivated to get to the next color, to get to the next stripe. I think these socks will knit up pretty fast, even though they are light fingering and top down knit. I think these will knit up pretty fast. Then lastly, I have the lace and detailed socks section. And first of all, in that category, I have the My Cup of Tea socks by Robin Lynn. And this is a fingering weight pattern that's knit top down. And I really like this tiny detail of lace it has. It's quite subtle and quite cute, I think. I would love to knit these up. I have some pretty solid sock yarns laying around, and these would be great to knit up with those kind of yarns. Then I have the Laura socks by Paulina Jurko. And this again is a sock that I was quite surprised to see was for free, because it's just wow. This is just incredible lace work. This is knit top down in fingering weight yarn, and it just has details all over, and I think it's such an intricate design. And yeah, again, I was really surprised to see that it was for free, and I would love to knit this up again. I think with all 11 patterns I would love to knit these up as soon as possible, but I don't have the time to knit them all, so I'll have to space it out in like couple years maybe. It might be a couple years until these are all knit up, but I love them all. So then we have the House socks by Fiona Ellis. This is a DK weight pattern and it's knit toe up, and I just kind of, the simplicity but also the details are it's an incredible mix between the two. I think these are called the house socks, sort of basically like in-house use, and I think these are great for that. With the socks I'm currently knitting, I was also looking for that in-house vibe, and the socks I'm knitting currently are more simple, and this is just a bit more detailed to still give it that house sock feeling, but also just step it up a bit. And I think for a free pattern, that's just a great way to elevate a pattern. And this is incredible. I want to knit it up straight away. I cannot keep saying that for every pattern because it's getting quite repetitive. But I would love to knit these up as soon as possible. So I have my work cut out for me. I really, really, really like how these are looking. Just the simplicity and the design together, great mix. But lastly, I have the Hermione's Everyday Socks by Erica Lutner. I think, yeah, these are more well known than the ones I talked about before, I think. This is a quite popular pattern, and it looks very complicated, but it's actually just a knit and purl alternation. So it's not too difficult. It's just, I think if you get the hang of all the repeats, this will fly by easily, and it's a great way to have some detailed socks with still quite a complicated yarn colorway. These are also knit up in a yarn that's using quite a lot of color, but still both the yarn and the pattern really get their chance to shine. So if you have some yarn laying around that's quite colorful, but you want to do something with a bit more detail than the basic socks I talked about, this might be a great pattern. This pattern is knit in fingering weight yarn and it's knit top down, so it's quick and easy. Most sock yarns are fingering weight, so you probably have yarn laying around for this. And yeah, I cannot wait to knit these up, and I cannot wait to hear from you what your favorite pattern was. And with that, I'm closing off this video. Comment down below what your favorite pattern is. Maybe you've already knit one of these. Comment your favorites down below, and I'll see you guys again real soon. Bye!